difference does the interest make if you're selling your home? Well, it would seem like that's only a buyer concern, but in fact it's not, because it affects affordability in the buyer's eyes and sometimes realistically how much they can afford, depending upon how much the rates move up or down. So as a seller, that limits your buyer pool. So if interest rates go up significantly to the point where it affects how many buyers can actually afford your home, that affects you being able to sell it. It affects how fast and what kind of terms you're going to get in terms of your sale. So let's say, for example, 2021, when the rate was 3%, we had flocks of buyers trying to navigate to every house on the market. They were all fighting to get over one another. 30, 40 offers on a property wasn't, unheard of. 30, 40, $50,000 over asking price wasn't unheard of either. Now, 2025, where rates have been, high sixes, even low sevens, we haven't seen that kind of buyer activity. We've seen one or two offers. Occasionally you get more than that, but for the most part, these houses have had one or two offers on them. They've sold at or near asking price, maybe a little over, but they haven't seen the $30, $40, $50,000 over, and they haven't seen, lines down the street trying to get into an open house kind of situation. That's all been based on the market rate. So as a seller, it definitely has a huge impact on how many buyers are available, what the buyer demand looks like, what kind of terms you're going to get offered on your house. But also it affects where you're going next. Because if you're selling, then most likely you're buying somewhere else too. And that's going to affect what you can afford in your new purchase, unless you're able to, take your proceeds and buy cash. But if you're using any sort of loan or even borrowing from your 401k or things like that, the interest rate is going to affect what you can afford as well. So happy to go over those, have more discussions with it, talk with a neighbor, a friend, a family member who's looking at selling, and kind of explain things to them, help them navigate those waters too and make the best decisions for them. So like and share the video if you know somebody else who can use it, and connect with me if you can personally use some advice.